Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, the victory is near and it is inevitable. The victory for the Muslims, it is inevitable. It is going to happen, regardless how powerful the enemy is. I want to share with you one hadith, inshallah, and I'll talk about the final battle between the Muslims and the Yahudi, means the Jews, the Zionist Jews. We'll talk about that, but in a second, as you can see here, this is actually live image coming from Gaza. As the Yahudi Zionists, they have ordered 1.1 million Gazans to leave Gaza. And Egypt now, they are trying to stop this exodus of the Palestinians, the Gazans, to come into Egypt and other Arab countries. But let's talk about the hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned, and this is a Sahih hadith, and this is reported in Sunan ibn Majah, and it was narrated by Jabir ibn Thamura. So this is a Sahih hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, he prophesies, "Satuqatiluna jaziratul Arab fayaftahu Allah." You will fight the Arabian Peninsula and victory will be given to you. When I talked about this hadith before, a lot of people, they have said, well, look, there is no war going on in the Arabian countries because Egypt, UAE, Saudi Arabia, they're doing all good. They're getting along pretty well. And at least we do not see any war coming. Maybe they have differences in so many things, but we are not going to see a war at all. So how this prophecy is going to come true? But Subhanallah, this is, I consider to be a miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that when Dajjal will come, before that, there are other things will happen. And one of them will be fighting, war in the Arabian Peninsula. Satuqatiluna jaziratul Arab fayaftu Allah. So who are these Arab who we are fighting? Obviously, the Jews are not Arab. But remember, the fight is not between the Arabs. It is in the Arabian Peninsula. So the hadith is not talking about people, particular group of people who are fighting each other. But the hadith is talking about a region, Arabian Peninsula in this case, that you will fight in the Arabian Peninsula and you will be given what? Victory. Fayaftahu Allah. So this is a bad news for the Israeli, for the Zionist. Why? Because the prophecy, Rasulullah SAW, he clearly mentioned that victory will be given to you. Victory will not be given to anybody else, but it will be given to you. And you will be victorious without a shadow of a doubt. So subhanallah, this is a miracle of the hadith, and also at the same time a good news. The miracle is that we'll be fighting. Now, after he said that you'll be fighting in the Arabian Peninsula, then he said something very, very interesting. After this, summa tuqatiluna Rum fayaftu Allah. Then he said, after this battle, you'll be fighting, after you fight the Yahudi, the next battle you will have will be with the Romans. And today's Romans are most of them are the Caucasian countries, like the white people. But obviously, this doesn't make up completely the Caucasian. Among the Caucasian, we have so many converts, reverts, brothers and sisters. And so, when we talk about the Romans, it includes majority of them. However, it does include Caucasian people. So countries like, for example, not today, we cannot use the name Russia, but you have US, UK, the British, then you have France, Germany, Italy, these people. So Rasulullah said, you will be fighting these people. And subhanAllah, even though we do not promote war, we want peace, but this is the inevitability according to the hadith, because what we see today is a fulfillment of this hadith, that the Muslims will be fighting the Yahudi. We will see also the other part of the hadith coming true. So it is not about promoting war or animosity or creating more foes, but it is about presenting you with this prophecy. Then he said, after you defeat the Romans, then will come the ultimate enemy for the Muslims. And this is what we can also corroborate with other hadiths, where it talks about the Romans will fight the Muslims, and the Muslims will conquer Constantinople, Istanbul, and after that, we know those hadiths talks about after that will come Dajjal. So this hadith is talking about the same thing, that you will defeat the Romans. Other hadith also talks about defeating the Romans and conquering Constantinople. And then the next phase of the hadith talks about defeating the ultimate enemy of Allah Azza wa Jal, which is the Dajjal himself. And then he said, Summa tuqatiluna Dajjal fayaftahu Allah. After you defeat the Romans, you will be also defeating who? The Dajjal, the greatest of all liars. And Allah will give you victory. This is the good news. So, subhanAllah, the chain of events that are being mentioned in hadith, in many hadiths, not just one or two, they're so accurate, they're so consistent, I should say, not accurate, they're so consistent that the sequence is keeping its right theme over and over again. Therefore, we have really no choice but to believe that these hadiths, these prophecies are true. And subhanAllah, take a look what is happening today in Gaza. Wallahi, like we need to all pitch in as believers, as Muslims, to help them in through our dua or any other way possible. Protesting is a good way. If you have a protest going on in your local community, you can always, inshallah, go there. Now, the final battle between as I said, the Yahudi and the Muslims will take place. So, is this the final battle that the prophecy is talking about? That you will defeat or you will fight in the Arabian Peninsula and that Allah will give you victory? The simple answer to the question is Allahu A'lam. Is this the ultimate battle that we are waiting for, or we will see? Allahu A'lam. But here is the thing. It is possible. It is possible that this battle will pave the way for major events to take place before the end of time. It is possible. I'm not going to be ruling that out. Even though I do not know. Nobody knows about the Qiyamah, when it will happen. But definitely this is something that will become a catalyst for the future events of the end of time. Because, subhanAllah, this oppression by the Israeli Zionists going on for decades in Palestine, for a very long time. And we have not seen, and I reported on this before, we have never seen something like this from Hamas. Like the way they attack Israeli, they caught them completely off guard. It was an overwhelming force. They have inflicted a huge blow to the Israeli intelligence, to the Israeli military, and to the Israeli people. Again, we are here to promote peace. No innocent human being should be killed. Nobody. But this is an ongoing event, so we have to talk about this in this kind of discussion. So if you take a look at what is happening today, it was going on for a very long time. So it could be the ultimate red line that Allah Azza wa Jal wants to set for the Yahudi, that you have crossed all the boundaries. Remember, Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned about them in the Quran, where it says that the Yahudi, they will create fasad on land twice, and then they will become haughty. And Allah Azza wa Jal said, if you return, means if you fight the Muslims, my righteous slaves, I will return too. Means I'm going to be using my force. Obviously, he's not going to send angels, but the subhanallah people, the Muslims have the bravery, they have it all in them to stand up for their own defense. And so it could be that this is the fulfillment, the ultimate warning that Allah issued against the Yahudi. This could be the fulfillment, that He will send this kind of force to defend their own land and ultimately give victory to the give nusra to the religion of Allah Azza wa Jal. Inshallah, let me know in the comment section below. Make dua for them, for the brothers and sisters in Palestine. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.